How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a crazy story coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, what you just saw at the very beginning was a piece of it. That's the result of the BLM protest that's outside of her house for a black man who got shot and killed, rightfully by the police. They think it's unjust, but the mother thinks that it's just, and I think you guys feel the same way that she does. But let's back up a little bit. What happened here? Well, a 20-year-old black male by the name of Andrew, quote-unquote, Tekle Sundberg, decided to shoot through his neighbor, the woman's house, many times. There's pictures of that all over the internet, and I'll play some on the screen before you. Shot through the kitchen, could have hit the mother, could have hit her kids, while she was in the kitchen cooking dinner for her kids. She calls the police on this guy while he's doing this. The police get there. Then there's an hours-long standoff, and the police eventually end the standoff by sniping the 20-year-old black male, killing him. This sparks a BLM protest right outside of the woman's house who was shot at by the guy that was killed by police. So, of course, she's going to be upset. Now, before I go any further, let's roll this clip. In the clip, you're going to see more of the mother talking to the people that are out there, quote unquote, protesting. And if you want to see that full thing without my commentary, the link, as always, will be in the description. But after we get done with that, I'll come back. I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents and my deep, detailed analysis. And then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Not okay.
You're alive. Shut up.
You guys need to just let it go. Grief in silence. This is not okay. This is not a George Floyd situation. George Floyd was unarmed. He was unarmed.
You're alive. Sorry.
This is not okay. My kids have to deal with this and probably have a mental illness now because they almost lost their life. There's bullet holes in my kitchen because he sat in the hallway watching my move.
This family wishes this never happened.
I wish it never happened either. I don't have a place to call home. I can't sleep that night.
She's obviously going through a moment.
This is not okay.
This is what they want to show on the TV. She's obviously going through a moment.
This is not okay. Just go home. Go home. Because none of you guys knocked on that man's door to check his house.
Shut up. He come to my house. Shut up. You're
No, you guys did not come. He did not. You guys did not come and visit that man. This is not the time or the place. It wasn't. It don't matter. It don't matter. Get away from me. Get away. No, because you think it's okay to get my kid's in the car. My kid's in the car. My black kid is in the car. He tried to kill me in front of my kids. He tried to kill me in front of my kids. He tried to kill me in front.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, that video was 100% crazy. The nerve of these people that are out there, quote unquote, protesting for this guy who shot up her house. The nerve, they're cussing her out. When you see her out there talking about what happened, and she has evidence to prove it, it's her house, it's where she lives, she's the one to call the police. When you see her out there, it doesn't even really matter if you're a BLM protester. You need to stand down. What can you really tell her about the situation? Were you guys shot at, you BLM protesters? Nope. You probably live in a whole different area, nowhere near around this particular place. You come in there to agitate, you're probably getting paid to do it, or you're just a moron. You just see the black girl get in her face and like almost try to fight her. It's like, look, why are you in my face? I got my kids right here. They're traumatized because this guy shot at me and shot at them. Thank God nobody got hit, but it could have been hit. If the police don't get there and stop this man, it could have been a lot worse. So the police did the right thing. There's no room for protest. Even if you believe in the whole George Floyd narrative, the Breonna Taylor narrative, which I don't, but even if you do, the whole unarmed, all this, that, and the third, even if you believe in that, this particular incident ain't that at all, because you have evidence of this guy being armed and shooting. There's pictures. I mean, what more do you need? I don't think they really care about the victims. I think the more important thing is about the criminals, trying to protect criminals. This is why places like Minneapolis, and all over the left coast, California, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. This is why these cities are going down, because more attention is given to the criminals. You want to smoke crack, you want to shoot meth or whatever it is. Okay, you can go out to the left coast. You be left alone. As a matter of fact, you'll be subsidized with taxpayer dollars. So, I mean, when do we protect the actual innocent civilians? When do we subsidize innocent civilians? Nah, we can't do that. We got to give the money and the resources and the time and attention to the scum of society. People like, quote unquote, Tetley Sundberg, who shot at this woman in her house, bullets going through the kitchen while she's in there cooking dinner for her kids. I mean, what are we really talking about? It's crazy. They were screaming at her, talking about, shut up. Did you hear that? Shut up. You're a liar. And then when she said, there's bullet holes in my kitchen, somebody would say, well, it's not in you though. So it's okay if somebody shoots into your house intentionally, not just like, it's bad enough if it's just like, straight bullets. He's shooting at somebody else and the bullet goes through your house. That's bad enough. That's not right at all. You should go to jail for that as well. But he's intentionally letting off rounds in your house, trying to hit you and your kids are black, as she said. But the attention is given to him because he's black. It's the dumbest thing in the world. At a certain point, it's not even about race anymore. It's about trying to protect the criminal. That's all that it is. And I think this is a wake-up call to a lot of people that support BLM and BLM type organizations, BLM type people. What's their actual motive? Is it to protect black life? If it is, and I can't tell, I'm not sure if the mother here is black or not. Maybe she's biracial, white. I don't know what it is. But her kids are black according to her. So what about them? What about little kids that are being shot at by these fully grown adult men who are armed and dangerous? I mean, come on. Whose life means more? The little kids not doing a thing, not hurting the soul, or the armed criminal who probably already has a rap sheet shooting at him? And of course, the family going to come out and say that, he didn't do anything wrong, or he had a mental break and it should have been more. Look, if your son has mental problems, then you need to try to figure out a way to tighten them up. All right. I don't really care too much about that, really, especially when my life is in danger or her life is in danger or kids' lives are in danger. I don't really care. Like, let's say you're a school shooter, right? Oh, he had a mental problem, all this day. All right, well, check it out. Meanwhile, he's still out here shooting. So until that threat ends, he's still dangerous. He's still armed. And if we need to put him down with some arms of our own, then so be it. So be it. That mental break cost him his life. Oh, well, because we can't just say, oh, he's having the mental problem, leave him alone. Don't subdue him. Don't end the threat. So then what? He kills her and he kills the kids and nobody cares because it's just regular old everyday ghetto violence that nobody really pays any mind to. They only pay any mind when it's some criminal who happens to be black who gets shot by police. And then some moron thinks that it's an unlawful shooting or unjust. Then they go out there and protest and bring some of the other brain dead morons with them who probably getting paid by some people in California to go out there and sow discord. In Minneapolis, where the whole George Floyd thing happened, just in time for the 2022 midterm elections, they probably do the same thing in 2024, or at least leading up to it, okay, to scare you into voting for the Democrats, or to going out, or to just not voting at all, to staying inside your house, being terrorized in your own community. This whole thing is bogus. Mental illness or not, I don't care. You shooting in somebody's house, and you're an active shooter at a particular point, you're gonna get put down police. You're going to get put down by the police. Shout out to the police out there in Minneapolis for sniping that man, hitting him, bang, headshot, chest shot, whatever it was. You put him down and you ended the threat. It's not even about just trying to hurt this guy. It's about ending the threat. You're shooting into occupied dwellings and you're still a threat, hours-long standoff. They gave him opportunity to be able to surrender, but he's just still going to be in there with his weapon, possibly shooting still. All right, well, check this out. We got these snipers, and they're going to hit you. They're going to put you down, and then it's over with. Your family's upset, okay, and the community, these morons from who knows where are upset, so what? At the end of the day, we saved a life. And shout out to the mother for being brave to go out there and confront these people. Being brave, because not everybody would do that. Someone just tried to kind of cower away, not be in the front of the cameras, not want to be seen, not want to be heard from, just kind of want to have this incident go past them. But she was like, no, this is not okay. You guys are out here protesting right where I live at. And my kids are confused, like, hey, why are they protesting for the guy that shot at us and not us? Aren't we black? Don't our lives matter? You're sending mixed messages. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this whole situation with BLM out there protesting for a guy who shot inside this woman's house, shot at her and her kids, almost hit them, almost killed them? But then when she goes out there and says, hey, this is not okay, they want to attack her. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. This is a prime example of what I talk about all the time. We've seen it before. I saw it in Ferguson, Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. Remember Jamila Bowden, 8 or 9 year old little girl doing homework on her mom's bed. She is shot by stray bullets coming through the door or through the wall, and she dies right there on the bed. Meanwhile, another guy right down the street gets shot by police, and there's a protest for him. So the same kind of guy or the same exact guy that shoots through the wall, kills a little girl, he gets a protest, but a little girl doesn't. There was a protest with a little girl eventually. You had grown men, officers crying. That's what actually matters, not these criminals who prey upon the weak in society, who cause problems in society, who just wreak havoc. Guys like this gotta go ASAP. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.